So the first chord we've got is E minor. So we start off like this. Let's do that a little bit slower. Okay, so we've got this hit across the strings first, which is done by just having your fingers very lightly on the strings. And we get this slap sound. So, and then we've got your third or little finger on the top two strings on the 12th fret and slide them down once you've hit them. Then we've got low E string. Then we've got two more hits across the strings down here. So just do that one more time. Now we're still on the E minor chord really at this point, but we've got another bit to this. Again, that a bit slower. That's an open A string, hammering onto the 2nd fret. Then we've got this open G string. And then we hammer on the 5th to the 7th fret. And then we do the same on the middle two strings. We hammer on the 4th string, 5th to the 7th fret, but we've got to leave this 3rd string ringing on the 5th fret. Okay, now we're into the G chord. That a bit slower. So we've got to slide into this G note, which is the 3rd fret on the 6th string. And then you put your first finger on the 3rd fret on the top two strings. Then we've got a pull off from the 5th fret on the top string. If you can get this open 3rd string in as well, that's a note G, so we're basing this around a G chord, so we need that one. We can have that one ringing out while we do this little riff. And then put your 2nd finger on the 4th fret on the 3rd string. And we do a hammer on with the 3rd finger on the 5th fret, again on the 3rd string. And then we land on the 5th fret on the 4th string. And that's creating a G chord there. So that bit again. And then we move into the A chord, which is an A minor. That's based around this shape here. So that a bit slower. We slide up to the A note, which is on the 6th string, from the 3rd fret up to the 5th. And then we play these two notes, which is the 5th string now, 5th to the 7th fret. And then we need to jump over to the 2nd and the 3rd string on the 5th fret. And then we do a hammer on just on the 3rd string, 5th to the 7th fret, but leave this 3rd fret ringing on the 2nd string. And then land on the 7th fret on the 4th string. It's a bit similar to the thing we did around the G chord. You see that a lot in this song. And then we do that same riff, but this time your first finger's barring the 5th and the 4th string on the 5th fret, and you do that same riff. land on the 7th fret on the low E string there, the 6th string. Just practice that bit until you've got it. And then we move into the next section, which is over the E chord. Okay, so I'll do that slow. Okay, let's break that down a bit. We've got the low E string there, the 6th string. And then we're going to put your first finger on the 7th fret, second finger on the 8th fret. First one's on the 3rd string, second finger's on the 2nd string. And then you need to get your little finger ready. And that plays the 10th fret. Then you take that off. 2 downstrokes playing this little shape there. Then you need to move your first finger to the 7th fret, barring the 5th and 4th string. Again, have your little finger ready. That's going to hit the 10th fret on the 5th string. And then I keep my finger barring all of these 3 strings here, 5th, 4th and 3rd string, because the next bit of this is these 2 middle strings there. And then we do that technique we've seen before, where your 3rd finger plays the 9th fret there, but we need to leave the 7th fret ringing on the 3rd string. Then back down. So let's do all of that section. Okay, now we're going to go into the next chord, which is a B minor 7. Similar to the A minor here, but we've just got the little finger missing. So we've got your first finger barring the 7th fret there, all the strings, and put your 3rd finger on the 5th string on the 9th fret. That's a B minor 7 chord. And the riff around that is. So let's have a look at that riff in a bit more detail. Okay, this is all going to be done with your little finger because we're going to hold the shape there, but I'm just going to have a look at it, just the melody and the riff itself. So we've got the 9th fret on the top E string, we play that one, and then we play the 10th fret and slide it back down to the 9th. Then we need to play the 10th fret on the 2nd string. Then we play the top 2 notes of the B minor 7 chord, which are on the 7th fret, the top 2 strings. But again, this will be done with your little finger while holding the shape. Okay, then we're into the next chord, which is another A minor. We've just got a little what we call passing chord taking us into that A minor, and it's a B flat major chord. Now you only need to play the top 4 strings of this chord, which end up being 8th fret on the 4th string, 7th fret on the 3rd string, and then bar the top 2 strings on the 6th fret. That gives us a B flat major chord. So just going to play the 6th string on the 5th fret, which is the note A. That's the root of the chord. So now we've got a riff around this A minor chord, a bit of a stretch on this one. So we start off there on the 5th fret with the note A, and then we've got this double stop, which is 2 notes at the same time, which we see a lot in the song. On the 5th fret, middle 2 strings, 3rd and 4th strings. Then we've got a stretch with your little finger over to the 9th fret. And we're coming down on the 4th string, 9, 7, 5. But all the time we're keeping this note ringing, which is the 5th fret on the 3rd string. I should just suggest practicing that on its own. It's a bit tricky with that long stretch. And then once you've got that, then put the first note in. Then to complete this riff, we come down 8th, 7th fret on the 5th string. 5th fret, middle 2 strings. Then playing the 7th fret on the 4th string. Back to those 2. And then we've got a hammer on from the 5th fret to the 7th fret on the 6th string. Then we're into the next bit, which is a G chord. We'll just do that A section one more time. Now we're into this next bit, which is around the G chord. Okay, so to start that, we've got to slide up to the 3rd fret on the 6th string. Then we've got the open G, which is the 3rd string, that's the note G. And then we do this shape, which is a major chord shape, but we're adding the 9th on there, so this becomes an A add 9. And then we slide that down, but we're sliding up to start with from the G to the A. We slide back down to the G, hit the G chord again, and then slide it back down to the F. Once more, a bit slower. Then we're into the next bit, which is the C chord. Then we do a little riff on the C, which is hammering on with your little finger on the 2nd string, hammering on from the 1st fret to the 3rd, but we've got to make the whole chord ring out. And then we slide that one up so it becomes a D. And then we're into the last section, which is this little riff here. So let's do that a bit slower. Okay, more double stop type riffs like we've seen before. First thing to do is put your first finger so it's barring the middle 2 strings on the 7th fret, and then hammer on 7th to 9th on the 4th string, but leaving this one ringing, which is the 7th fret on the 3rd string. And there's actually 2 hits on that when we come back, so we go. Then we're over to the 10th fret on the 5th string, and then this double stop again, but we're on the 5th and 4th string this time. And to finish off, we hammer on the 7th to 9th fret on the 5th string, leaving this one ringing, which is the 7th fret on the 4th string, and a little slide down just to finish. Then we're into the main bit, the verse, where he starts singing. A bit on the sound I've been using today. I've been using a Strat style guitar, Fender Stratocaster style guitar. This one's made by Sir, but it's basically a Strat. That's what Jimi Hendrix used. And the sound I think that is closest to is using the 4th position here, which is these two pickups here. I'm not sure exactly what position he would have had it in, but to me that sounds closest. So the amp I'm using a Kemper modelling amp, so I've got that set on a nice clean valve amp sound with the gain just up a bit, just to drive the front of the amp a little bit, so we get a bit of a crunchy sound, but not too much. And I've also got an effect on there, which is a rotary speaker effect, set pretty slow, because I think Jimi Hendrix used a Leslie speaker cabinet in the studio, but obviously they're hard to get hold of, not everyone's got them, so I've got an effect to do that. But there are pedals out there that will do a similar job. You could get a rotary speaker pedal, there's plenty of them on the market. There's also chorus and vibrato pedals that do a similar job. So that and a nice amp, slightly driven, will get you the sound to recreate this song. So that's it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.